Hi, my name is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and also proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with one of the two band members of the duo Thrown to the Wolves. His name, Freak. For more on Thrown to the Wolves, Freak and his partner, JD Two Strings, you can read more about all of them right below this video. But in the meantime, before my interview with Freak, here is a sneak peek at the incredible musicianship and talent of Thrown to the Wolves. Good morning, Freak. How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you. And I'm so excited to finally be speaking with you after going down the Thrown to the Wolves rabbit hole these past few weeks. And Freak, I want to know, where were you born and when did you realize that you had not only a love of singing, but then eventually the guitar?
Well, I was born in northern Vermont in a place called the Northeast Kingdom. It's the uppermost portion of Vermont. And it's kind of a place that's not like anywhere else, one of those places, you know. And I grew up, and I always loved singing growing up. I wasn't real confident about it, but that was my only instrument for a long time. My family was too poor to buy instruments, and there was nobody musically inclined in my family, other than my mother, who happened to sing as well, but that was in church, pretty much, you know. I waited till I was 35 to pick up a guitar and teach myself.
That's amazing.
And I wrote my first song as soon as I could put 4 chords together. So
that's incredible. That's incredible. And also, like, I think just a testament to anyone watching that it truly is never too late. But I mean, granted, I wouldn't guess that you're even past 30. But I feel from you, Freak, and just researching you and your incredible band, Thrown to the Wolves, and you are obviously here representing you and your partner in crime, JD Two Strings, who plays
he's an amazing fiddle player, man, amazing human being, but he just slays that fiddle, and I'm honored to be playing with him.
Absolutely, and I want everyone to check out you guys with the links below, because you two have something really unique. And what I get from both of you is that you have this sense of play about you, that that childlike wonder still lives.
Yeah.
And I want to know where that comes from within you.
I think music is one of the few things that I still get so much joy out of, and to be able to create that, and I never expected to play in a band when I picked the guitar up, and I never expected that anybody was going to like my music. And so it's everything beyond playing an open mic has been a bonus for me and unexpected. And so I'm still in awe of that. And every time I get up on that stage, I'm still shaky and nervous, and it's surreal, you know?
Freak, I get you, man. I mean, look as a performer of 25 years and now a Broadway director, I always tell my actors, having been from the performing side for many years, that the moment you lose that sense of fear or nerves, you should maybe question whether you still want to do it. Because for me, and I don't know about for you, but those nerves for me was an indication that I still cared. And
Absolutely.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's still a desire to do your best every time.
I love it.
So,
And look at, I want to know how you in JD Two Strings came up with the title Thrown to the Wolves. Or was it you? Was it him?
um, so I happened to be writing the song, and when he and I first met, I had a time slot at this small festival in Western New York called Family Hoedown, and it was with my previous band, and things went south there, and I still hung on to that time slot, and I was thinking about giving it up, and I said, you know what? No, if I've got to go play this solo, I'll do that because I've worked so hard, and then I went to this open mic that I saw an advertisement for, and it was the place was having their first open mic, and JD happened to be running that open mic, and I went and played. He sent me a message maybe a week or so later and asked if I wanted to jam, and I said sure, and that was that. So I'm writing this. I said he picks up his guitar at first, and he's an amazing guitar player as well, but our styles weren't quite meshing. And he says, "Oh, I play a fiddle." I said, "Well, where the hell is it? You know, go get it." And so he started playing, and I said, "Listen, I got this time slot coming up in June. Uh, would you be interested in going and playing this show?" And so we only played together, I think, 5 times prior to going and playing our first gig. And the lady that was running the festival said she needed a name for the band to put on the poster, and we hadn't even thought about a name. And I was writing a song that had the line "Thrown to the Wolves" in it, and it was so fitting because we were on the lineup with such amazing musicians, and
And you felt thrown to the wolves. You just had to kind of fake it
absolutely,
till you make it.
absolutely, and you know, at the end of every show, I thank everybody for coming out, and I say we have been thrown to the wolves, you know,
I
and
I love that. And it's part of your truth. It's part of your narrative. And also what I love so much about your story, Freak, is again, something that I hope all artists who are watching this realize that in sometimes those stormy, dark moments, there is light. If you just
absolutely,
have the patience and the ability to see through it. And you literally manifested, you were
mm,
looking for the solution. And
right.
it showed up, of course. And I want to know how you came up with the name Freak and how he came up with JD Two Strings.
Um, I took the name Freak years ago, and it started because when I first started getting heavily tattooed, I was walking on the street and somebody drove by and they said, "Yeah, you freak." And I turned around. I was a little upset at first, and you know, I offered them to come back, and they didn't. And I thought about it for a minute. I said, you know, you kind of got a point, I guess. And so I took the name because it can't anger me that way.
Right. And that's the thing. You took ownership of it and you're actually saying, you know what? To be different, it's a
Yeah,
positive. And again, I'm also thinking not only the artists, but the kids out there, Freak, the young
right.
freaks of the world, literally,
Yes,
figuratively. You know what I mean?
yes,
Look at,
I
you're
do.
talking to a misfit of the world. I think anyone in show business ran off to the circus. You know what I mean? But the
Right,
fact,
absolutely,
I mean, I call show business the circus. I mean, really. And the
for
fact
sure.
that you own it, it's like you took ownership of any negativity that could be coming out because your shield is, yeah, shoot me with a bullet. You can't hurt me.
Right, right,
I
absolutely.
love that.
Thank you. And JD Two Strings. So we were playing a show in is it a place called the Greenhouse Restaurant in Warren, New Hampshire, and we were on our last song, and right before we get to it, JD breaks a string on his fiddle. So now he's only got 3 strings, but he thought that that string was pretty integral, and he didn't have any other strings with him. So he tried to tune one of the other strings up to that, and he snapped that one too. And so now he's got 2 strings left. We're on our last song of the night, and he's like, "I don't know what to do." And I said, "Rock it, dude," you know? And he did. It was a really fast-paced song that we were playing. It's called "Ain't Felt Right," and he just slayed that fiddle, and he is forever more Johnny, JD Two Strings.
I freaking love it. Well, listen, I could speak with you forever, but I do have a final question for you, Freak. You know, obviously, this has been a tough time for everyone, humans, artists,
Mhm.
everyone. I'm curious to know
Absolutely.
if during this time you've been able to just kind of even zero in even more on Thrown to the Wolves' North Star in terms of, you know, the messages you want to put out there, the music you want to put out there,
Mm.
and any music out there or is going to be out there that we can expect in the coming months.
Absolutely. So we just put out our first album. We did utilize that time with the lockdowns and quarantines and all that stuff, and we recorded our first album. It's called The Right Side of Wrong, Wrong Side of Good, and we have 10 songs on that album, and that's available on our website at throneofthewolves.com. Excuse me, throneofthewolves13.com, as well as on all the online music platforms. We just released another single called "Burn It to the Ground" on Friday the 13th, which is again available on all the online platforms. And we have started recording our second album, and we go back in the studio for round 2 on that one on Saturday.
I
So
love it.
lots coming in play.
I love it. Well, listen, I want to let the audience know for more on Thrown to the Wolves and our special guest Freak, you can read more about all of them right below this video. And Freak, it's been an honor to speak with you. And again, the power of leaning in to your individuality, singularity, authenticity. You are the consummate artist with a capital A, my friend. And it's been an honor speaking with you and an honor to get to know you and your band.
Likewise, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You as well.
In the digital age, artists and bands struggle to make a living. In fact, only a small number of artists can live off their craft. For the 98% of artists that don't have the luxury of being signed to a label, it's tough. But artists deserve to live off their art. Wherever you are around the world, appreciation of music does not change. FENIX brings bands and their fans together, whilst allowing bands to properly monetize their passion. The FENIX app will directly connect bands and fans with no need for middlemen. We're utilizing the blockchain to give the power back to the artist once and for all. Join FENIX, join the change.